Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now today we'll be continuing from our video from last week where we discussed some red flags in relationships. Now, moving on from financial incompatibility, we also have poor financial management. Whatever it is he earns, you have to ask yourself, how does he manage it, right? And these conversations have to be there are levels to this, right? But even before you would feel comfortable sitting with him and actually asking him how much he makes, you'll be able to look around and observe around him the applications of his finances. Is he somebody that gambles, always placing bets? You do not need that in your intended partner. You don't need people who invest in bad habits. You don't need people who invest in futile attempts at riches. You don't need people who are crazed over meme coins. You don't need that kind of financial irresponsibility. You also don't need someone who is collecting, expensive toys before actually setting up things that you regard as more important, like someone getting the latest phones or the latest kinds of cars before even having a home or before having investments. So these are things you have to look out for. Where is this man's headspace in as far as investments are concerned, as far as savings is concerned? How does he spend his money? Does he waste his money? These are things that are actually very important to consider. Now, the sixth item is no sex appeal from him to you. Now, the man who is after you needs to be attracted to you, and you have to see that he is attracted to you in all ways, including sexually. Now, the reason why this is very important, apart from the fact that sex is very important in marriage, you don't want to be in a situation where a man would just want you for the idea of you, want you perhaps for your achievements, want you because of the way you would make him look amongst his friends, family, and colleagues. There are so many reasons people could decide to cuff someone. But when you get into the marriage and sex is missing, then there is a big problem, right? You may find out that this man is actually attracted to the people with the exaggerated features, the big behinds, the big boss, and all that, and then decides to marry you, the normal, natural person, just because he loves your character. Okay, which is fantastic, but you may end up being in a marriage or relationship where the sex is wanting. The sex is wanting because he's not really attracted to your aesthetic, but he knows that you are what he wants as a wife. To me, that is some sort of cheating, in quote. That's some sort of lie, because if you cannot satisfy him sexually, then he will definitely go outside, and then people will ask, why didn't he just marry his type? So you have to find out, you have to make sure you are comfortable with the sexual attraction between the both of you. You have to be his type, right? So that you don't get cheated and get into a marriage or a relationship whereby he gets his sexual satisfaction outside because you are not his type, but you just have the character he needs in a wife. No, you don't want to get into that kind of trap. So yeah, there has to be good sex appeal between the both of you. Then, in general, how is his character? How does he relate with people? What kind of a person is he, right? You have to focus on his character, not just his pocket, not just the kinds of experience he can afford to take you on. You have to find out what kind of character does this man have. Is he kind? Is he compassionate? Is he reasonable? How does he analyze issues? How does he, what is his perspective on different things? And how do they align with yours? You have to spend a lot of time talking to him, observing his relationship with other people, observing his reactions when the both of you have to iron out issues. You need someone that is of a good and strong character, because when push comes to shove, you have to be able to rely on him, right? These are the things that help us to look up to someone, to look up to the person that is the leader of our household. It's not just financial, right? Because people can earn money, anybody can get a check, but what kind of person is he? This is very important, because at the end of the day, that is what it boils down to. That's the person you'll be spending the rest of your life with. You do not want to be in a gilded cage. You don't want to be rich with all these material items, and yet you do not love the man. You do not even like the man because you do not like his character, right? There are some people that would just throw bills at you and be like, shut up, I have done more than enough. You do not want to be in that situation. So focus on his character. And then the last thing I have here is he from a family with bad traditions? What examples has he been surrounded with? The earliest example of how to be a man would be what he observed growing up. What is his father like? What are his uncles like? What is family life from his perspective? Has he even been surrounded with good examples of family? You need to know what his background is, what his history is, because that will give you an insight on his perspective on several things, right? If he has not seen a good example of a man, of a husband, of a leader, of a protector, how then can he model his own responsibility? How can he model his own ability to take up that role? How can he fill that role if he never saw a good example of what it is to be a man, of what it is to be a husband, of what it is to be a father, right? You have to know what demons this guy is coming with. You have to know what trauma he has passed through, and more importantly, how all that may have impacted him and the man he is today. It's not just a matter of throwing the relationship away if you find out this or that. It's a matter of asking, okay, now that this is what has been now that this is what he has passed through, how do I navigate this? What do I do, right, in response to this? Can I even do anything at all? Do I just have to bow out? Is this something I can accommodate? Is this something I can tolerate? Right? So these are questions that you have to start asking yourself from the beginning of the relationship. Thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate. Please do like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Until next time. Cheers.